Syria is sinking back into one of its darkest nightmares. In the south of the country, more than 350 people have been killed in just a few days in bloody clashes between pro-government tribal fighters and Druze militias. These seemingly local confrontations could reignite a much broader fire across the region. And this time, an unexpected actor has stepped in. Israel. The Israeli army claims to have intervened to protect the Druze, a religious minority also present within its own borders. The result? Israeli airstrikes on the Syrian capital, Damascus, leaving several dead. Tensions have reached a boiling point. Interim Syrian President Ahmed al-Shara made an emergency televised statement, saying that protecting the Druze is a priority for his government. He ordered the partial withdrawal of Syrian troops from Suwayda, a stronghold of the Druze community. But on the ground, the reality is far more complex. Syrian forces are accused of attacking Druze neighborhoods, which prompted Israel's involvement. By bombing government infrastructure, Israel sent a clear message. It will not hesitate to strike deep into a neighboring state to protect its own people. Let's take a brief moment. If you're someone who wants clear, up-to-date information, subscribe and turn on the notification bell now. Your support matters. Now back to Syria. The Druze minority, deeply rooted in the Suwayda region, has often stayed on the sidelines of the armed conflicts. But today it finds itself caught between two fires: the Islamist regime in Damascus and Bedouin tribes allied with the central government. This is not the first time these tensions have flared, but this time they are far more dangerous. The new Syrian government is attempting to reassert control over all the country's provinces since the fall of Assad's regime. Suwayda, with its Druze majority, is no exception. Sending troops into the region has reopened old wounds. The clashes have been violent, the casualties many, and accusations are flying. Israel, closely monitoring the situation from the Golan Heights, then decided to act. Israeli warplanes bombed Damascus. Initial reports say 3 people were killed, an unprecedented escalation. For Israel, it was not just about protecting Druze in Syria. Tel Aviv also cites national security, as the fighting came dangerously close to its borders. The Israeli army even reportedly crossed into Syrian territory near the Golan to push back pro-government units. But behind this intervention lies a deeper agenda. Israeli officials are increasingly open about their desire to see the fall of President Ahmed al-Shara's government, which they label as jihadist. Yet this new Syrian leadership is trying to present itself as more moderate, reopening dialogue with Washington, Ankara, and several Arab capitals. Under pressure, Damascus has had to back down. In his address, Ahmed al-Shara admitted that his country does not have the means to respond militarily to Israel. He welcomed mediation by foreign powers, stating that without it, the region would have collapsed into chaos. He also announced that security in Suwayda would now be handled by local Druze leaders and community groups. Still, calm remains elusive. Multiple ceasefires have been announced and just as quickly broken. Even within the Druze community, opinions are divided. Some religious leaders are calling for a truce, while others refuse any compromise with the Islamist power in Damascus. The situation is even more explosive because Israel seems ready to strike again if the Druze are targeted. The Syrian-Israeli border, relatively calm in recent years, could once again become a front line, especially since Israeli officials have declared their intent to maintain a demilitarized zone in southern Syria. Ultimately, this new conflict reveals the deep fragility of post-Assad Syria, a mosaic of groups, beliefs, and communities, a central authority still contested, foreign interventions, and above all, innocent civilians, like the Druze, who continue to pay the price for a power struggle far beyond their control. The immediate future remains uncertain. Will the Syrian government manage to stabilize the country? Will Israel continue its strikes? Will peace hold in Suwayda? Or are we on the brink of a new regional war? Only time will tell.